Hello everybody and welcome back to Stone Valley. So you just catch me having a look at the new fermenter we've got here. So I was just trying to go through a few little bits just to make sure that we've topped up on everything, because now we've got animals in. If we go and have a look across at the animals, everything is doing well over here. We've got enough water. We're not worried about straw at the minute because we're not worried about manure. We're just going for the slurry and obviously the milk as well. Now as you can see, everything is okay. We're a little bit short on the maize silage, but we used all the maize silage. So if we have a look across here, we used it all. All the maize silage is gone. Now, if you remember on the last time, on one of the previous episodes, I put a lot of fresh maize into the bunker. And in the bunker, we sort of compacted it all down. We covered it over, it fermented. And then I got that massive bucket that basically scoops it all up in one go. Now, the only problem is, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty adamant something with that bucket wasn't quite right. It seemed like it was swallowing a lot of it, but it wasn't showing us. We weren't getting it because I put nearly 1.5 million litres of maize into the bunker. But then when we came to sort of scoop it out again, we only ended up with about 500,000-600,000. I'm sure you're not meant to lose any. I'm sure it's just literally going to convert it over. You should get the same amount back as you put in. I might be wrong, but surely I've lost nearly 1 million there. So yeah, that didn't kind of work really well. So what the plan was is using this thing here, because we know what goes in, we're going to get a good amount out, and we know it's going to be accurate. It's just going to dump straight into a trailer, and we can take it over to the silo, or we can take it over to where the animals are, and we can feed them directly. So what I've kind of looked at on here is we can either put maize silage, grass silage, or just normal silage in. So instead of doing any more maize silage and having a bit of a worry about if we're going to get the right amount again or losing out, because we need fresh maize as well, so I don't really want to be losing any of that. Now we have got 1.5 million litres that left, so we're still okay on that front. But we can do normal silage. Now that's what this thing does. As you can see, if you look at the top there, we've got 155,000 litres of grass. And the silage is what we can convert it to. So we can, from the grass, we get normal silage. Normal silage is, on the animals, what the WCS fermented is. It's just the normal silage from grass. So we can use this thing to give us normal silage. That's the easy option, because this thing churns away and gives out 10,000 litres per hour. And as you can see, we're doing as well with clover. We're going to get clover silage, and we're getting clover hay, because we need that for there. Clover silage and clover hay, but then also fresh maize, normal clover, or grass. So I've got options there. We can use normal grass in the M1, clover, or fresh maize. I've got them all. So we're covered. It was just the maize silage which was a bit like, what's the best way to do this? So I think this is going to be easier, because as we know, grass keeps growing. So we can let that churn away. It's 3 minutes past 7 in game. We'll need to go to bed soon, and obviously that is going to churn away at 10,000 litres an hour. We're going to end up with quite a nice amount by the time it's done through the night. So if we just go and have a quick look here, we can go up in the air. We've got obviously a load of empty fields. I'm just trying to work out what's going to be best to do. Like, what are we going to do? What's best to put in what field? Well, this one where the old silo used to be in the previous save game, because we've got the little raised bit there, as you can see where it kind of went wrong, I'm wondering if that field there might be a nice one to turn that just to a grass field, because we want to keep grass away. Just over there in the distance you can slightly see we've got clover. Now clover keeps reproducing, we keep getting more clover coming back. Once we cut it, it grows again. Same with grass, but we need to keep them apart because we don't want them mixing together. So I'm thinking grass in that field. No idea what we're going to put in this one yet. It's a nice size. Not sure. I think what we might do is, we're doing okay for animal stock. So as you can see, just shy of 1.5 million on the fresh maize, which is the corn which has been chaffed. So we're okay on that. Actually, yeah, it's corn that's been chaffed and sort of, with the forage harvester thrown straight in the back of the trailer. Maize silage is when we put it in a bunker and it ferments, but we're okay on that at the minute. We're not going to bother with any more maize silage. We don't need to. Looking through here, clover silage, yeah, you know, clover hay. That's what that little fermenter machine's doing. It's going to, you know, produce more of that for us. Clover, just over 800,000 litres, and the field is actually ready. If we have a look down here, this field here, number 3, this one, this is what's got clover in it, and that, as you can see, it's ready to go. So that's ready to cut. But I think what I might do, I'm tempted also to put in Missy B's liquid silo, because we're going to start getting slurry. As you can see, we've got slurry and milk, but as you can see, there's no figures underneath them because we've got nothing that will hold them. Now, Missy B does, in the mod hub, does a liquid silo, which will hold milk, fuel, water, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, that kind of stuff, and it will do slurry as well. So I'm tempted, because now we've got cows on the farm, slurry and milk are gonna crop up, and at the minute, 1,000 litres just over of slurry and just nearly 600 litres of milk. Now we've got to go sleep soon, so that's going to rapidly increase as we go through the night. Now maybe the liquid silo is a good idea, just so then we can hold on to a few little bits. Slurry going to be good for spreading on our own fields. Again, we haven't got a slurry spreader, so we need to do that. Milk, some good price on the milk. We can save the milk. So I think what we might do in some of the fields, we might have a look and see if we can just basically fill them with, like, say, soybeans. Because soybeans, I mean, look, they're 3,138, 3,300. They're good prices. So we might just fill some fields and just get some stock of just normal crops, just to give us, like, a bit of a fallback in case bank balance suddenly hits rock bottom and we're like, oh, yeah, we need to now go and sort of get a bit of money in the accounts to try and buy things. At the minute, we've got nothing apart from barley and sunflower. Barley's not too bad price and sunflowers aren't too bad, but corn's pretty good. But soybeans and canola are right up there. So I might go and do some of the fields, some of these. 6, 7, and 8. They're all ready to go. They're all been ploughed. There's nothing in them. They don't need ploughing. They've already been ploughed, so they don't need ploughing. They don't need lime. We've got no fertilizer, but we can do that when we do some when we plant. I think that could be a good option. Definitely grass in that one. Said we've got this one here we can do as well. I think that's a good option. So, if we just have a quick flick through, let's see if we can find it now. Look at this little thing. I had to buy it when I saw this on the mod hub. It's a little mini sweeper. How cool is this? This is just a little sweeper that, because obviously we get some... Let's stop floating about. If we have a look around here, you can see the animals kind of kick out some food. You can just about see it. And the little sweeper's great for this. So we're going to have a look around here. So look. Oh, yes. It's really handy for just sweeping over these little bits here. Nice and tidy. And you can see 17% of silage. So then what we can just go and do, tip it back in. Recycle it. Very handy. Such a cool little thing this is. So this is something that I've added onto the farm as well. Handy. That's what I like. I like that. That's so cool. Right. If I'm right, we should be back at home. 7:10. Do we need to do anything first? I think if we take the tractor and the seeder, if we have a go put in grass. Let's can't see nothing. Let's go and take this, because up at where the silo is where we've got it's like a seed filling station, but like you can buy anything kind of station there. Can we hook up to this? There we go. Nope, back a bit. There we go. Right, can we get this out without damaging anything? Yes. So let's go take this up. So, you know, like I said, if you just look to the right there, you've got a buy point for seed and fertilizer and anything. Well, on the mod hub, I found a new one, which I've gone and placed up by the silo. And it's dirt cheap. That's about like it. It's so cheap. You get such a quantity, but very little price. That is perfect for our farm. So we've got all these fields on the right here that we can put stuff in, and I think for now we could just go and put like soya beans, canola, just so we can try and have a bit of a backup, because we've got nothing really as a backup in case we need some spends, in case we need to buy anything. Now, if we go and have a look, this thing here, swing around, this here, this thing is awesome. Now, let's just go and see, if we just put this on a minute, how do we... We've got nothing in a minute. We did clover last time. Let's open the cover. Yes. Look at this, seeds. Let's go fill it full. £130 for nearly 3,000 litres of seed. I mean, that's awesome. That is so cool. I like that. Now, does this thing... I'm sure this thing takes fertiliser as well, doesn't it? How do we swap across to fertiliser on this then? Does this thing do fertiliser or not? I thought it did. Or is it just me? Does it not? Oh, this thing took fertiliser as well. Let's go and have a quick look in here. Where do we get this from then? Is it miscellaneous? There's a lot of fence panels, a lot of things to go through. I'm almost sure this thing did do fertiliser as well. I might be mistaken. Maybe it's just seeds. But no, it's there. Multi-silo. So it does say it does take... Okay, so it turns out I can't get that to fill of fertilizer. Now, what if it maybe doesn't do? I thought it did everything, but maybe it doesn't do liquid fertilizer. So I've had to put a liquid fertilizer filling station just next to it, and as you can see, that seems to have worked fine. That's filled up now. I thought maybe I was not opening the right compartment, but the only one I can open is the seed one. And I've drove next to this one and it's filled immediately. So maybe this thing behind doesn't do liquid fertilizer. That could be my mistake there. I thought it did everything, but maybe not. So okay, I think we've covered everything though. So we've now got, if that does just do seeds, that's fine. Liquid fertilizer goes quite a long way. So I think this is where we're going to put grass in this one. So let's just get this opened up. So since we've still got a bit of daylight, I might actually go ahead and just start doing some grass. Get some grass in here now, because then that'll give a good chance of growing. You can just see we're going to get a bit of cloud as we go through the night. So this might be a good idea just to get some grass in here now. And then when this is done, we'll go to sleep. And we'll see then. We'll come back, have a look at the fermenter, and we'll see how much it's going to produce. And then we'll try and empty that, stock up the silo. We'll see how the cows getting on. They're going to need a bit of a clean as well. And then we'll have a look and see if we can afford to purchase the liquid silo from Missy B. I'm not sure if we can actually. So we might need to have a look about maybe selling some onions. We've still got some onions left. Let's see if the onions are good prices. They've got a good price on them, and then we might sell them. That might allow us to get the liquid silo, because I think we're going to get quite a bit of milk and quite a bit of slurry. Now obviously we need someone to store the slurry, but we could just sell the milk. Could just get the milk and sell that directly. That could be quite good actually. Yeah, we might have a look and see how much milk we get, what the price is for milk. We might do that instead. But we do need to then get a milk tanker, because we've got no way of getting rid of the milk. Yeah, this could be interesting, and see which is the best way to go on this. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll come back to you when this is done. Just before we go to sleep. We'll go sleep. And then we'll have a look at the cows and see what's going on there and what's the best way to go next. Sell onions. Buy a milk tanker. Yeah. We definitely need a milk tanker. But can we afford one at the minute? I'll get this done and we'll reassess what's going on when this grass is in.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to? Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom? I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?
So the grass is in, it's done, it's dusted, it's ready to go. Now, I have had to put this side here back to concrete. I did try, but the ridge here is just, it's too much, and the cedar was just having none of it. You can just see how much of a little, like, raised bit that is. It was just having none. I was hoping I might be able to sort of salvage a field out of this grass, maybe because the cedar will flex a little bit. I thought it would go around this. Nah, it was just having none of it, which is a bit of a shame. So back to concrete. Maybe in this little section here where it's flat, maybe we could put some sheds or any sort of extra spillage over from no room on here. I don't think we need much, so we might just leave this as like an abandoned kind of little field. It's a bit of a shame that we're not going to be able to use it, but apart from starting again, it just won't let me get rid of it. I have tried. You can normally go into the options, if we go into this one, and landscaping. You see, normally you can go, and if we do the sculpting here, you can normally try and flatten it out, but as you can see, it won't let me modify. So I can't flatten this out here, which, it's a bit of a shame, because if I could, then I would be able to try and flatten this out at least. I mean, that's quite a bit of a raised little section there, isn't it, really? And you can see why the cedar's having a bit of a job on it. And if I could flatten this out, yeah, we might be able to make it into a grass field. But it's just all the way around here. It's just this side here, it's just too much. So, for now, unfortunately, it's just going to stay as a bit of a car park. But the grass, this is going to be enough. That's going to be a big enough field. If not, we've got plenty more fields on the farm that we can go for. Let's fold that up. And we're going to leave this over here. Because, as you can see, we managed to get plenty of seed for that. We're only down to 71% and down to 26% for fertilizer. So we will top it back up with fertilizer. And we will top it, you know what, we might as well, while we're here, we might as well top it up with seed. It's not going to take much, is it? It's not going to cost much. No, that's the wrong button. That's the one. 37 quid. Yeah, do you know what? I think we can stretch to that if we go onto this one as well. We can fill... No, wrong button again. How do we fill this one up now? Are we not close enough to it? There we go. Ooh, 1,355. A little bit more expensive. Nothing too major. So if we leave this up here, because we're going to need to tackle some of the fields near here. So we're going to have a go at 6, 7, and 8. Maybe put some soybean in there, canola. We've also got this little bit of field here and this one here. And teeny little number 35 down here if we need it. And obviously 23. Now 20 is the one where I said I've just had to concrete again because it just doesn't want to play ball with that little raised bit, unfortunately. But we've got enough fields. We're not short. At the minute, we've not got anything to put in these. But I think canola and soybean because the prices are good. So let's just use them fields, get some of them. Yeah, that's going to be the best option because then it's money in the silo for a rainy day, just in case. So let's go back over. Let's go and transfer back to the house. And then hopefully now we should be able to go in here, press the button, sleep. Nearly 8 o'clock. So what should we go for? We go for 12 hours, be about 8 AM. Yeah, it's the best way. Then we'll have a look at the animals and see what's going on there. So, good morning. Now, you might see at the top then, there's a lot of vehicle running costs have gone out. And that's because I've got a really cool mod on. That's like an auto repair mod. So, we've got property maintenance there. We've got loan interest. Did we take we got a loan, have we? Oh, of course, we got a loan. £250,000 loan. When did that happen? Forgot all about that. So, okay. So, as you can see, 61,690 in the bank. Yeah, all the vehicle things are because, as you'll see, if we go jump into any vehicle here, let's just go for the harvester. Jump in the harvester. Now, if you look down the bottom by the speedo, you can see the fuel gauge is the amber colour and the green colour is the service kind of level of the vehicle. Now, because I've got this auto fix mod on, every time we go past like midnight, it automatically fixes the vehicles. So we don't have to keep going into a workshop. We don't have to get bad vehicles, you know, because if the wear goes down on them, then we tend to end up with poor performance. Especially with harvesters, they go slower, they don't cut properly. But the auto fix, yes, that is an option. That's because I used to always forget, and you'd be like, "Why is this really?" Oh yeah, that's why it's in poor condition. Not anymore. So auto fix. So the JCB should have been fixed. The cedar on the back would have been fixed. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Now the fuel, yes, we have to sort that out ourselves, but that's not an issue. It's either what's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to run out. It will stop. Okay, that is a bad thing, but it's not the end of the world. So let's just press a couple of buttons here, see if we can just speed up a little bit. There we go. Let's go and have a quick... Oh, there's a trailer there. Around it. Ooh, look. Grass is growing already. Now, that, I don't think... let's have a look across. Growth. Oh, it doesn't tell us about the grass, does it? It's been fertilized. Now, we could put another application of fertilization on there. Do we go and fertilize it again? Because it's only in stage 1. As you can see, this is only stage 1 as well. So we could have done with some on there, but that got a bit out of control, that did, and that grew a lot quicker. So we could put another one on there. It's going well, though. What are the animals looking like? Let's take a quick look at them. You know what? Food hasn't gone very far. So we're not doing too bad on them. The silage one's dropping a little bit, but we'll have some of that in the fermenter. Slurry, milk. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. 50 cows. Next animal in 9 hours. It's a bit slow, but I don't know, is that normal? Let's just have a quick look while we're here about this here. What's going on with this here now? We're gonna walk into it. So we're out of clover. We've got 28,710 litres of grass. Well, it's not too bad. I think we've still got some grass in storage here. We got any grass? No grass. So, good job we've got a field growing of grass then. Clover hay. Oh, yes. Ooh, the devil sign there. Ooh, that's a bit quick. The devil sign there. 666. 138,000 litres of silage. Oh, that's going to top up, isn't it? That's what we needed for the animals. We're not doing too bad, but we're getting low on that, so that's going to be coming handy for that. Clover silage, 105,000 litres of that. You see, I did say overnight that was going to progress and look good for us. 61,666 of clover hay. So the grass is still going to be going then to give us more silage. So that's a bonus on that. We have got plenty of clover still in here, I think. Yeah, 826,000 litres. So let's go and jump into the vehicle. Let's go and get into this. Let's go and take out the silage, and we'll go and drop that into the cows. So then that should take that level with pretty much, not quite, maybe not quite level. Clover silage, no, where's the normal? There we go, normal silage. So we'll go put this in with the animals. That will then bring our silage level up then. I don't think it's going to, what, 250,000 litres is full. Can't quite see how much is that in there. Is that 18,000? Yeah, I don't think we're going to be quite close enough to full. But it's going to be a lot better. I mean, we're quite low at the minute. So that's all of that then, 140,000 litres. Ooh, has that just gone up a little bit, has it? So let's go take this across to the cows. So they're not actually taking as much food as I thought. I thought they were going to really be hungry and that food was going to drop drastically. But no, actually, we're doing alright. So at least it gives us a bit of leeway, really. We've not got to worry too much about the food dropping so quickly that we can't keep on top of it. We've got hay there, so we're not too bad for... Sorry, hay. We've got clover. So we're not too bad for trying to get clover hay or clover silage. But it's not dropping drastically, so we're doing alright. Whoa, hello, nearly. She nearly went over then. Maybe we should ease off on these corners a little bit. Let's try and not get that barrel this time. Always seem to get that barrel. Ooh, look at this. Before we go and tip this then, let's just see if we can not get stuck like I thought I would. Just go and get this around here. Out the cows. Excuse me, cows. Don't mind me, just coming through your field. Just quickly go park this here. I got stuck. I couldn't get out the door. Let's go and jump onto this thing. This thing's so cool. Let's just go and tidy up a little bit. Turn the brushes on. Oh, yes. Oh, it's full already. Wonder why I wasn't picking up then. Go and drop that in, because that's silage as well, you see. We get the silage back in here. Move all this up. Yes. So that little bit of silage there goes back in, because that's what we're about to tip in now. So let's get rid of that. Can we back this up without hitting anything? Yes. Why do I feel like I'm floating? Does it feel like it feel a bit in the area? Or is it just me? Are we growing overnight? Oh, I'm sure we're a little bit tall, aren't we? Right, let's go take this in. Let's go drop this here. It should unload very quick. All of it's gone in, which is good. Oh, look at that now. That is very close to being full. That's a lot better. Now, that should last them quite a while. So, everything else that's going on here. Let's just... I do feel really tall. I don't know why. I do feel really tall, though. Although it is... We're not... I mean, we can fly. But we're not flying. Bit of water. Did you not want any water? How do we, There we go. I was pushing the right button. I wasn't in the right place. So, top them up with water. That's all looking pretty good. So we need to go and have a look about a tanker. Tanker's the issue now. So animals, what have we got in here for tankers? We don't want none. We want one of these here. Ooh. Now, let's see. 52,000 litres, 70 grand. Can't afford that one at the minute. That's it. That holds. Oh, that only holds water and milk. Really, we need this one here because it holds everything. So milk, fuel, water, slurry, digestate. Digestate's a good one. If we go take anything to the BGA, we need digestate. So that's going to be good. So really, we need to look at this one here. So we're going to have to try and work someone out to get some pennies so we can afford this one here. 52,000 litres. Yeah, that's going to be good for the milk, slurry. Hi cow, how you doing? Ooh, he looks a happy chappy. So I think for now, we're doing well. We're on top of things. Animals are happy. Grass is in. Clover's ready to go. Grass isn't far. Next time we're going to fertilize the grass, and then we're going to look about trying to get some canola and some soybean in the other fields. But until then, that wraps up this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, see you soon.